What's going on, YouTube? Tayyoo, aka Poncho here, and I am back. Yes, I am back. We got another story time, man. Alright, so look, first and foremost, I want to thank each and every single last one of y'all niggas for 800 subscribers, man. 800 of y'all niggas really said, damn, I fuck with bro so much that I'm gonna hit that sub button to help him reach his goal. And I fuck with that, bro. Y'all some real niggas, bro, on God. Alright, so for this story time, I put a poll up on my community tab asking y'all which story time you wanted. This is the one that won. My first time smoking Zah came in first place, so you feel me? It look like that's what we finna be talking about today. So go ahead, get your popcorn, get you something to drink, get a couple snacks and shit. You feel me? I'm gonna give you some time. Go ahead. Go ahead, twin. I'm right here. Don't worry. I ain't finna start it yet, folks. You got it. Alright, folks, you take it too long. Alright, let's get into it. Alright, so in order for y'all to understand this story time, I gotta take y'all much further back, right, to a simpler time. The year being 2012. Now, at this time, I was 9 years old, and I was in 3rd grade. So now, based on the title, you probably like, nigga, what the fuck? Hold on, bear with me, my nigga. Bear with me, okay? Alright, so the day before I gotta go to school, right, my mom had just bought me a new game for my PS2. It was called Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 3. I never fucking forget it. And nigga, I snuck and stayed up all night playing that shit, bro. I'm talking about, nigga, I did not lay down until the sun came up. And with me being a typical smart ass little kid that I was, I came up with the typical plan of faking sleep, you feel me, so that I could stay home and play the game. Where it was genius, my nigga. It was genius. Now, as a kid, my asthma was fucking horrible. Like, I had at least 2 to 3 asthma attacks a month, my nigga. All I had to do was just say, you feel me, my asthma fucking up, my chest hurting, you feel me, and play it up like it actually was, you feel me. I was straight. Now, at first, I just laid in the bed longer than I was supposed to, like 10 minutes after my alarm had already went off, and I didn't get up to turn my alarm. That way it looked like I was actually sick and I just couldn't get up and get ready for school. Like, it was that bad type shit. But low-key, my mama never came in my room, and as a matter of fact, I could hear her rumbling through the house and cursing like she was in a rush or something. And then that's when I realized that she was actually getting ready for work. And if she was already in a rush to go, she probably forgot all about me.
Tay, get up before they be late for school.
Alright, so at this point, I'm just laying there staring at the ceiling, just waiting for her to come in my room so that I could tell her, you feel me? Because if I get up and start walking around all normal, it's gonna look suspicious, nigga. Like, when I tell y'all I was an overthinker as a fucking child, and now I'm a 22-year-old adult, and it's just 20 times worse, my nigga. So I laid there until she told me to get up again, but this time, it had a little bit more bass in her voice. Like, she wasn't playing with me no more, and I could tell, so you feel me? I almost got up and just said, fuck it, but then I had an idea. I wrapped myself up in my blanket and walked out my room nice and slow. I was like, you feel me, struggling to walk and shit, like I was actually sick, you feel me, fake coughing and all that.
What the fuck wrong with you? Why you ain't your shit?
I don't feel good, my chest hurting.
It's polyoasthma. Go lay your ass back down. I'll be in a little bit.
My nigga, it took every bone in my facial structure to not crack a smile, my nigga. Okay. So I went back to the room, and as soon as I opened my door, my PlayStation and me locked eyes, bro. I'm telling you, I'll never forget that. Nigga, I was happy as fuck. Now, all I had to do was just wait for her to come in this bitch and hook up my little machine, you feel me? I had a little albuterol machine that she'll put on to help me with my asthma and shit. And then leave for work, and I could play DBZ. Fuck is we talking about? We win. What she did, and before she left, she told me to go downstairs and tell my granny if it was anything wrong, or if my or if I start to feel worse. And I was like, okay. As soon as I heard that door close, nigga, I hopped up out that bed fast as shit, took that shit off my face and turned on my TV. Cause nigga, I remember leaving my PS2 on so that I wouldn't lose my progress, because I ain't gonna lie, I didn't know how to say that shit yet. Then out of nowhere, boom!
Oh shit, where the fuck my wallet at?
She came back. Cause she left her wallet, my nigga. I moved so fast back under that cover without making a sound, nigga, and put that shit back on my face, man. The whole time, I left the TV on. Luckily, she ain't hear it, bro. Luckily, she ain't hear that bitch, cause she just left right back out that bitch. It really felt like she was in a rush. I think she was late. Now, at this time, it's like 8 a.m., right? So at 7:45, I'm late to school. So at this point, the school day just started, and so is my gaming session, nigga. Now, it wasn't until like 10 or 11 when I got stuck on this first difficult ass fight. I don't even remember what fight it was, but I remember I was stuck on that shit. Then that's when I realized, bro, that this might have this was the worst day to ever fake sick and stay home from school, my nigga. You wanna know why? Cause today Today was field day. Which, if y'all don't know what that is, it's the last day of the school year, bro, where for the whole day, you and your class compete head to head against the other classes in your grade level and a whole bunch of fun activities instead of just doing fucking work and testing all day type shit for the last day of school. For my school particularly, we had to wear a uniform all year round, my nigga, except for Spirit Week around the beginning of the school year and field day on the last day of the school year. Those were the only exceptions where we could get out of uniform. Like, bro, I'm just thinking to myself, like, nigga, what the fuck? There is no way I forgot about field day. How the fuck is that even possible? Then I looked over at my game and I realized, like, bro, this shit gonna be here when I get home from school. I should have just went there because it won't be another field day until the end of 4th grade. So I went downstairs and I told my granny that I was starting to feel a little better and that I thought I was okay to go to school. But to my surprise, even to this day, she said no. And then I had to stay home. My nigga, this was unprecedented for my little brain. I was so confused. I didn't know what the fuck to do. I literally begged my granny. I'm talking about, bro, I was on my knees pleading and begging for her to let me go to school. And granted, I was laughing a little bit, but inside I was dead ass. But she just wouldn't budge, bro. She wouldn't budge. She kept telling me just go lay down. Now my granny was like my mama. My granny was stand on business. And even if she was wrong about something, it didn't matter because she was granny, so that means she was right. So I said, fuck it. I went to go sit on the front porch and get some fresh air and think about what the fuck I had just done. I sold the bad tremendously, even though I could have fucking sworn that I was cooking in that bitch. I sat on that porch for a cool 30 minutes, just watching the world go by and planning how the fuck I was gonna make it to field day. I tried calling my mama, but she had left her phone upstairs while she was rushing to work. I tried begging granny one last time, but she was just starting to actually get irritated at me now, and I could tell. So it was only one thing left for me to do. I went upstairs, put that shit on, and I went back on the porch. I had this feeling in my stomach. I remember it. It felt like a winding vortex and my heart was racing like a motherfucker, bro. But I said, fuck it. And I snuck off that porch. The front gate was squeaky than a bitch, my nigga. I didn't even try to open that bitch. I just jumped it. Just jumped that bitch. Called it a day. Now my house was on 63rd, right? And my school was on the exact same street, just 2 blocks down on 65th. Every day I walked to school from kindergarten to now, and it wasn't a problem. Now I ain't gonna lie, Chicago was low-key a lot better of a place back then. Like, now I would not have my kids walking to school, but back then you could, bro. I ran from my house, and when I got to the end of the street, I ran into one of my older friends who I hang out with a lot, William. He was a freshman in high school, and even though I was in 3rd grade, bro was like my best friend for real, besides my other one, Kimani. Not gonna lie, looking back on my life, bro, I had friends that served different purposes in my life. Like, for example, William was the friend that I kicked it with when I felt rebellious and just wanted to do some bad shit, and Kimani was the type of friend that I could just hang out with and feel like a kid, you know? Anyway, I asked him, like, what the fuck was he doing outside of school, and he had told me that he was suspended, and he had asked me the same thing, like, what the fuck you doing out of school? I remember he told me what he was suspended for, but I can't remember now. It's been so many years. But I told him that I was faking sick today, but it was field day, so I'm finna sneak out. Now with him knowing my granny and how she get, his eyes got big as fuck. He told me to go take my little ass back in the house, but I just laughed that shit off and ran to school. Fuck that. Now when I got there, they was already out in the field. They playing in a bouncy house, niggas doing tug of war and shit. Nigga, I got excited as fuck. To this day, for some reason, this is the only field day that I can remember vividly, nigga. Even though it's been so long ago, and I think I know why. I remember when I first got in, my dean had talked to me, Mr. Riley. He was asking me why I was late and shit, and I told him that I was sick and that I had overslept. He ain't even think nothing of that shit. He just sent me out, bro. I remember having so much fucking fun, bro. I ain't gonna lie, our class lost. We lost to the other class in my grade level. I had so much fucking fun, bro. I swear I had so much fun. I remember even getting to talk to the girl I had a crush on for the whole day, my nigga. Like, that shit was lit as hell. It was fun as fuck, my nigga. Now we get to the end of the day and they sit us in the gym room, and it's like a little mini pep rally shit, you feel me? They done gave us chips, a little barrel juice and shit. Y'all remember the little barrel juice? It's all fall down. Gave us all that shit. We chilling in that bitch. They had the cheerleaders do like this little routine and shit. It was lit. And after that, we was finna get ready to leave, like the school day over and shit. Now mind you, like I said, my school is on 65th. I live on 63rd. This is during my walk home, right? So while I'm walking home, I'm sitting here thinking, like, damn, I really got to talk to Woo today. Like, shorty was entertaining me, Woo. I'm all in my head, like, damn, I got to talk to my crush today. Me and Jalen was kicking it. We was low-key whooping ass in basketball earlier. Like, nigga, I was like, you feel me? Just reminiscing about the day on my way home. I got to the end of 64th Street. And at the beginning of 63rd, when I looked, now mind you, my house was all the way at the end of 63rd. I was at the beginning of it, just getting out of 64th Street. Nigga, I look on the block, right? The block is busting. Mari out, Bushake out, Kimani out, Kimari out, Mani out. Nigga, everybody out this bitch. All the kids out. I'm finna come out and turn the fuck up. It's summertime, nigga. 104 days of summer vacation, nigga. What is we talking about? I'm finna turn up. The block is busting. Everybody out this bitch. But I look all the way at the end to my house, and on the porch, I see my granny sitting there with a belt in her hand, and it all just comes flooding back to my dumb ass. I didn't skip school. I skipped being home after skipping school, so now I'm in trouble. Oh my god. It all came flooding back to me, my nigga. I had forgot that I snuck out the house to go to school until this exact fucking moment, my nigga. I never thought that I could get in trouble for sneaking out the house to go to school, but this was one of the first times that I really found out my granny don't play. And the more that you fuck around, the more you're gonna find out with her. My little overthinker brain is working overtime right now. I'm trying to think of every fucking excuse that I can possibly come up with, and I'm not gonna lie, the only thing that I could think of was that I was feeling better, so I said fuck it, I just wanted to go to school so that I wouldn't mess up my attendance, and that shit did not work. That shit did not work. I remember I pulled up, and as soon as I couldn't even get in the gate, bro, she told me go ahead and grab a switch off the tree. Now, if y'all don't know what a switch is, I'm gonna put a couple examples up on the screen. It's pretty much just like a thin branch from a tree that, like, if you get beat with that bitch, it hurts. Oh god, if a nigga whack your shit with a fucking thin ass branch from a tree, bro, that shit hurts. It'll leave like a little wet mark on you, all type of shit, nigga. Like, she told me take my ass over there and grab that switch. My nigga, I grabbed that switch. I thought I was slick. I said, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna get the thinnest one out this bitch. I got the thinnest switch on some stupid shit, nigga. I started crying and shit while I'm getting the switch off the tree. I'm sorry. I ain't trying to hear all that shit. Come on, hurry up. You lucky I don't whoop your ass in front of all these little friends you got out here. Nigga, I was cooked, bro. Nigga, I was cooked. She took me in the house, boy. She ran a bath of water. She told me take off all my clothes. I took off all my clothes. I got in that tub. She wore my ass out, boy. She took turns. I'm talking about alternating between the switch and the belt on some, man. You'll think she unlocked a new fucking technique called whooping ass style or some shit. Nigga, no. Straight cooking my shit. In the tub too. That shit hurt. I don't know if y'all ever got whooped in a tub, but that shit hurt. Like my granny didn't play, twin. Mind you, all I did was sneak out to go to school, and I'm getting my ass beat like this. I was upstairs, I was crying and shit. Then my mama came home like 2 hours later, and I told her what had happened. She was like, oh, okay. It's like she was more understanding than I thought she'd be. I thought she'd be tripping on me too. And she really was until I told her that it was field day. I think when I told her it was field day, she started to be more understanding. Like, oh, all right. But yeah, long story short, I was crying a lot. And I told them that I just wanted to go outside. And they let me go outside. They was like, fuck it. You feel me? It was my first day of summer. I had already gotten my ass beat, was upstairs crying for 3 hours. She said, fuck it, go ahead outside. Now, at this point, it's like 6, 7 o'clock, right? The sun up, but it's starting to set a little bit. I was kicking it with Mari and Bushake and them, you feel me? But we was just playing in the yard and shit, just having fun. You know, kids, what kids doing shit. And then William had slid through, and I was talking to him, like, through the gate and telling him what happened and shit. And he was basically like, nigga, I told y'all. He was like, nigga, I told your ass to go back in the house. You ain't want to listen. I was like, yeah, that's my fault. I'm a dumbass and shit. He was like, I'm finna go kick it with Ramo and them. You trying to slide? I was like, fuck it. So I had left from Mari and Bushake house, and I went with William, man. You feel me? We walk around the corner and shit. And he was telling me, bro, I still remember. He was telling me again what he got suspended for, but I still don't remember what the fuck he was talking about, bro. But we ended up sliding to Ogden Park, and we ended up hooping with Ramo and them and a bunch of random ass niggas and shit. I remember I was getting bullied because I was the shortest nigga on the court. Yeah, that shit was crazy. I was the littlest nigga. I was the little nigga out there with the big niggas. It was always like that, bro. Like, it was fun hanging around the kids in my age group and, like, you know, just being a kid. But to me, it was always fun of doing shit that I knew I ain't had no business doing, or being around a bunch of niggas who I know I wasn't supposed to be around. But yeah, we was hooping and shit, and on the way back, we walking back, we deep as hell. It's like 8 of us. We walking back from the court and shit. We had slid to Ramo crib. We was all just chilling. We was in his room and we was all just sitting down talking and shit about the basketball game and how these, like, cause it was finna be a fight. Dakota was finna fight some nigga, and then that's why we had ended up leaving in the first place, because they was finna fight. So we just said fuck the basketball game and shit. But yeah, we was just reminiscing about that shit. We just talking and shit. And then Ramo had left out the room, and when he came back, he had a bag of some za. I was like, what the fuck is that? And that, now mind you, at this point, I done seen all the movies, right? I know that shit turn you into a crackhead. I know that shit turn you into a crackhead. I know damn well if I smoke that shit, I'ma end up standing on the corner scratching and itching and asking for money and shit. I said, is that crack? Oh bro, I asked them niggas, I said, is that crack? Everybody looked at me like I was crazy as hell. They said, boy, what the fuck? It was like, this weed. You ever heard of weed and shit? I was like, yeah, but ain't that and crack the same shit? And they was like, nah, nigga, you slow. It was like 8, 9 of us. We deep as hell. We walking to the store for some swishers, bro. We was smoking swishers, bro. We deep as hell walking to the store and shit. We was just chilling, you feel me? It's like 8, 9 of us. We walking in the middle of the street, no fucks given. And then I remember my granny and my mama was on the porch and they was looking. And I was like, hey, like my granny was looking at me like she had a stank face like, I should have whooped his ass some more. I don't think he understand. But my mama had waved back and shit. And then like everybody started waving. It was like, hey Miss K, hey Miss K. Like everybody know my mama folk. Everybody know my mama. But just imagine I'm the littlest nigga with all of these high schoolers and shit. Like I'm a little ass 3rd grader with a whole bunch of high schoolers and shit. Like that was just me. But yeah, we went up there and I remember we was standing in front of the store just waiting for a nigga so we could ask him for some, you feel me? So we could ask him to go buy us the Rillos cause we not old enough to buy no fucking swishers, nigga. Ain't nobody out this bitch 18, let alone 21, you feel me? So we standing up there deep as hell, 8 niggas waiting for one nigga, waiting for one unsuspecting soul so we could ask him if he could buy us some swishers so we could smoke some weed. Like, but yeah, long story short, we ended up getting that shit. We slid back. Me and William had separated from the group. We went to William house first, and I remember I was in there and I was asking them questions cause like I ain't gonna lie to it, I'm not smoking that shit. But I told that nigga, alright, we finna slide, but I ain't smoking that shit. He told me, oh, for you a bitch, you acting like a hoe and shit. It ain't even gonna do shit. I'm like, nigga, that is crack. What is you talking about? He talking about, bro, it's not crack. I'm like, what it do? He talking about all it do is make you feel hot and you chill and shit. I'm like, what, nigga? That's what crack do. He talking about, nah, fo, crack is white rocks. This is green. This shit is a plant. This shit comes from the earth, my nigga. It's just gonna make you feel high and you gonna be chill and shit. I was like, alright, but how the fuck, like can people tell that you high type shit? Like I really want to know, because what if I get caught by my mama and shit? She said, yeah, your eyes get red as fuck, but we gonna come back to the crib and you gonna chill for a little bit until your high wear off, and then you can go back to your shit. I'm like, alright, bet, say less. His grandma came in. His grandma, we call her Grammy. Grammy came in his room and she was like, y'all finna go smoke. And William was like, yeah. Then I gave him a look like, nigga, what the fuck is you saying? And then Grammy looked at me. I guess she saw me looking at him. She was like, boy, I ain't slow. She was like, boy, I ain't slow. Y'all good. She was like, I ain't gonna tell your mom. I was like, oh my God, bro. You feel? I ain't even gotta tell her. Grammy, please don't tell my mama. She instantly, I ain't gonna tell your mama. She asked me if this was my first time doing that shit, and I said, yeah. And she said, all right, don't make it a habit. I was like, all right. So we had slid back. We was going to Rainbow crib, and when we got in that bitch, they already had them bitches rolled. They talking about they was waiting for us and shit. By the time I sat down, them thirsty ass niggas is already sparking up and ready. Like, damn, can I brace myself? This is my first time doing some bad shit like that. But yeah, they threw that bitch in rotation. I was the last nigga to get it, and I was so glad I was, cause I got to look at everybody else and see exactly what the fuck they was doing, cause I was confused as fuck. And then I got that bitch. And everybody looking at me like it is like, for I don't know, for it's like everybody knew it was my first time smoking, cause you know, like, niggas know I wasn't no smoker, folks. Niggas know I wasn't no smoker, folks. Little ass kid in 3rd grade, nigga, I ain't smoking no fucking weed. What the fuck? I boofed that bitch, and then I blew it out. I blew the little smoke out, and then them niggas was like, oh hell nah, he ain't even hitting that shit. Take that shit. And then we was like, nah, for sure about to do it. Boy, he talking about you gotta inhale that bitch. You gotta like suck it in and like let it go down your throat. No diddy. He said when you hit that bitch, you gotta inhale that shit and then you sit you. I was like, I bet. So I did that bitch again. I boofed it and then I did you like that, and I blew that bitch out. It was like, yeah. Oh, photos. So that bitch went around a cool. I ain't gonna lie. That one swisher, bro, that bitch went around like 3-4 times on like 8 heads. I don't know how. I got that bitch like 3-4 times. Then they sparked up another one and the same shit. I got it like 3-4 times. Nigga, I was fried, bro. I'm talking about eyes, blood, shot, nigga, bro. Nigga, I'm talking about nigga. Everything was just funny to me. I was laughing at shit that wasn't even funny for real, but it was funny as fuck. Oh, for them. I started to think. I was remembering how I got my ass beat earlier. I was like, my dumb ass tried to sneak out. They like, what the fuck wrong with that nigga? They like, yeah, don't get him no more, Zah. Oh, for them. They said, don't get him no more, Zah. Man, who was that? Who said that shit? TJ said that shit. He talking about, yeah, don't get his ass no more, Zah. Nah, but them niggas, they was doing a little freestyle session and shit. I ain't know how to rap at that time. I wasn't in that shit. You feel me? I was just listening. You feel me? But yeah, me and William had slid. We was like, we finna slide and shit. Cause it was getting dark. Like, it was getting dark as fuck. Mind you, when we went to the court, it was already like 6, 7. Nigga, this like 2 hours later at this point. So like, it's like 8, 9 and shit. The sun is set. I don't got no curfew. Like, I never had a curfew. As long as I'm on the block, I'm good. I don't gotta go in the crib until I want to. Like, as long as my mama know where I'm at, she know I'm sitchy. She know I'm good. But yeah, we had slid back to William crib, and I remember Grammy had some food made. Bro, I banged that shit. Nigga, I do not eat fast. Nigga, I finished that shit before William fat ass. On bro, I finished that shit before William fat ass. That was the first time I experienced the munchies, bro. I didn't even know what that shit was called until he told me. He talking about, yeah, your dumb ass got the munchies. Cause I started asking him for some fucking chips and shit. I was hungry as fuck, bro. I was hungry as fuck. I felt that shit, I ain't gonna lie. And then I had went to the bathroom, and I was walking past Grammy. She was like, boy, you is high. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, wait, what you mean? I said, how you can tell? And then she was like, go look at your eyes. I was like, alright. Boy, I went to go look at my eyes in that bathroom, boy. My shit was hanging low than a bitch. Eyes redder than a fucking stop sign, nigga. I didn't know what to do. Nigga, I thought I was cooked. Nigga, I swear. I was like, yeah, it's over with. So I go back in William's room and shit. I'm telling him, like, boy, I'm finna get my ass beat, boy. He talking about, why? Nigga, do you not see my fucking face? Nah, you good. It's finna wear off. You just gotta chill for a little bit. Oh, man. We ended up playing San Andreas, GTA San Andreas, with 2 controllers on the PS2. While we was playing the game, I started to feel that shit wear off. So I'm like, all right, I'm finna slide. He was like, hold on. I don't think that shit gone yet. And then I was like, nah, I think I'm good. And then he looked me in my eyes. He was like, oh yeah, you good. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna fuck with you for. And then I left. And then I was walking down the street. And then I don't know why, but I still felt like that nigga. So I was walking in the middle of the street instead of on the sidewalk and shit. But this time I was by myself. I went with a group of niggas. And I was walking past Maria Boucher's house. And then like, I remember like they mama and they grandma was on the porch and shit. And I was like, oh, hell nah. Cause I was finna go say what's up. But I was like, no, they gonna see me fried as fuck. I was like, no, that shit over. So I just waved from in the street and shit. I was like, alright, I'll see y'all tomorrow and shit. And they was like, alright. And then I went in the crib, fuck, nigga. I went upstairs, and before I could even like get in the door, all I heard was just hella music. Hella people talking and shit whole time. My mama and this bitch damn near throwing a party, nigga. They and this bitch shooting dice. My mama got holes in this bitch. My mama, bro, I don't want to say too much because she might whip my ass. But my mama used to be a pimp, bro. My mama used to be pimping hoes. Nigga, it was hoes in that bitch, nigga. Niggas in that bitch. Everybody in that bitch, bro. So I'm like, alright, this low key good. Cause I can walk past and won't nobody say nothing to me. Everybody preoccupied, you feel me? I can keep my head down and just walk straight to my room. And bro, that's exactly what I did. I walk in, everybody, what's up, little man? I tried to make it. I'm like, hey. And then I tried to make it through the threshold. Like, I tried to make it through the threshold so I could get to my room. Bro, my nigga, Mr. Bean, one of my mama's close friends, he walked up to me. He was like, hold on, little man, hold on. Cause I was walking fast as shit. He caught up to me I was like, damn, I'm cooked. And then he was like, huh? And he gave me $10. I was like, appreciate you. Well, I thought I was cooked. I thought it was over, bro. Once I got to my room, I turned on the game and I was finna play. But I couldn't because I was just paranoid as fuck. I was like, I'm finna get in trouble, bro. I was like, what if my mama walk in here? Like, I was thinking of everything. Bro, I just told y'all I was an overthinker, my nigga. An overthinker? Who's paranoid off the za for the first time? Nigga, I'm what? Boy, I'm tripping. I am tripping. I'm thinking of everything in the book right now. So I just waited. And then I waited for her to go to the bathroom. I waited for my mama to go to the bathroom because I was going to call her in the room. But then I was like, nah, if I tell her while she right in my face, there's no type of protection for me from her hand coming across my fucking face. You feel me? So I was like, I'm going to wait till she go in the bathroom. And I'm going to talk to her through the door. And then that way, I ain't gotta go out there, tell her in front of her company. I ain't gotta tell her to come in here so she could whoop my ass, right? No, hell no. I waited for her to go in the bathroom, and then I told her, I was like, Ma, I just smoked Zop for the first time. And then, bro, I heard her, bro. She was like, hold on. And I backed up. I backed up like a motherfucker. I backed up. She came out the door after she washed her hands and shit. And then she was like, what you say? I said, I just smoked Zop for the first time. I just wanted to tell you because it didn't feel right, me keeping it a secret from you. And then she just gave me a hug, bro. She gave me a straight hug, and she was like, it's okay. The best thing that you could have did was come to me and tell me. And then I ain't gonna lie, bro, I was surprised as fuck. I was surprised as fuck, bro. She was like, the best thing that you could have did was just come and tell me. It's okay. And I was like, is it crack? And she was like, no, it's not crack. She was like, if it was crack, I would have whooped your ass right here. She told me that if I ever wanted to smoke, that I didn't have to smoke outside because I could risk getting in trouble and shit, and that I didn't have to smoke with random niggas. So she was telling me how you could get laced and die and all type of shit. So, and then she asked me who I did it with, and I told her William, and she was like, I expected that. So she was telling me like, if I ever want to smoke again, then I could just do it in the crib, since I'm like, you know, I'm protected and shit. I can't get in trouble, can't nobody hurt me or nothing like that, you feel me? But I told her I ain't doing that shit no more, ma. Oh, bro, I was like, I ain't doing that shit no more. That shit was scary as fuck. That whole experience scared the fuck out of me, nigga. I was paranoid through it all. I was hungry as fuck. Like, nigga, no, I did not like that shit, bro. I did not, bro. Shit, after that, I just went in the room and played the game. On photo. Yeah, man, that was my first time ever smoking the Zop pack. You feel me? If y'all fucked with this story time, let me know. Hit that like button. If y'all didn't fuck with the story time, let me know and hit that dislike button. You feel me? Hit that sub button. We on the road to 900 subs. I think we at 840 already. Nigga, come on. Talk to me. Talk to me. But yeah, man, Tayyoo out, bro. I love y'all so much. Thank y'all for 800 subscribers. It means the fucking world to me. None of this would be possible without you, my nigga.